Are you a sales rep using HubSpot and want to know the best way to structure your day so you can spend more time selling and less time clicking? Well, I'm going to walk you through the day in the life of a sales rep using HubSpot and show you the best way to utilize the Sales Workspace in today's HubSpot hack. All right, folks, before we get started, you should know that in order to access the Sales Workspace, you will need either a sales professional or sales enterprise seat. But first things first, you got to log into HubSpot. Once you're logged into HubSpot, you're going to look on the left-hand side and you'll see a sales tab here in your menu. And there's a couple of things that I log into every single day, and that is my sales workspace, target accounts, and even the prospecting agent. You'll see I actually have these bookmarked, and I highly recommend doing that. So then all the places that you go to most frequently in HubSpot will be listed right here under your bookmarks. So for me, that's dashboards for my reporting, my sales workspace, target accounts, tasks, buyer intent, prospecting agent. But you're definitely going to want to have this sales workspace bookmarked because it's the best place to go as a sales rep using HubSpot. So let's click into our sales space and I'll walk you through what my day looks like and a great way to structure your day as well. The first tab it takes you to is a summary, which is a great place to start. So you'll see all of your tasks that you have due for today. So if you have anything high priority, how many are due today, how many calls, emails, LinkedIn messages that you have to get to. And you can even click into overdue to see if you have anything overdue as well in case you want to start there. This is really cool because if you want to say bang out all of your calls at once, all of your emails, like you really just want to get into a flow, you can click into these tasks right here and it will take you to all of your calls in a row. So you can just kind of bang those out one by one instead of going to calls, emails, LinkedIn, things like that. Less jumping around, more actually executing what you need to do. Here we'll have outreach activities. So this is directly connected to sequences. So if you have any tasks due or calls due directly from sequences, these are really important because sometimes like the next step that's going out can't go until you complete this task. So that's why they're broken down here in your outreach activities. Then you have some suggested tasks like if AI picks up like, hey, you might be overdue to follow up on this person. Maybe they emailed you and you haven't responded, or you have a deal that hasn't had email activity in a while. It'll come up here in your suggested tasks. And then when you scroll down here, it'll have follow-up meetings. So suggesting meetings that you had in the past, maybe you need to book a follow-up, or maybe you need to update the outcomes, right? All of these meetings actually already happened already. So I need to mark these as completed, or I can mark them as no-shows or canceled, things like that. And then your recently stalled deals. So you can set your deal stall settings. The default will be 14 days. If there's no activity by you or email activity or meetings or anything like that, it will mark as stalled. So these will come up here for recommended for attention. But what's really cool is if you don't like the layout of this summary, you can actually reorder this. Like if you want your recently stalled deals up here at the top, you could rearrange this how you see fit. Now on the right-hand side, you'll get a summary of your schedule. You can also click into insights, which will show you how you're performing for the month as a sales rep. So how much revenue you've won, if you have a quota here for attainment, how many meetings you've had and what type of pipeline you've created. And then as well as a feed here, which will show you like any activity of people that are opening up your emails, maybe clicked on links you sent, reviewed documents or quotes, things like that. Once you're done with the summary page, I actually like to work backwards here. So you'll see you have companies, leads, deals, tasks, and schedule. So what I usually like to do next is jump all the way to the end at schedule and then work my way backwards. So I'll hop into my schedule, which will show me my schedule for the week, as well as any upcoming meetings and follow-up opportunities, again on the left-hand side. And then when you look at your schedule here, you can hover over calls that you've had in the past. You can update these outcomes. Highly recommend doing this for your reporting, as well as look at any future calls that you have coming up. Like this HubSpot call here, I can click into this and I can launch the meeting from here, which will actually open up Zoom. Or, which is really awesome, I can prep for the meeting. So I'm gonna pop open the meeting prep here, and then I can actually look at the meeting details, like who's gonna be on it. This is a fake one. I invited myself to a call, but you can look at the deals associated to it. You can look at the deal score, so HubSpot automatically detecting based on other deal data that you have in your CRM, how likely it is to close. View all activity. And then something that I like to do is utilize the AI built into HubSpot. So open up the Breeze Assistant here, and I would actually say like, hey, I have a call with XYZ company, do deep research, and tell me all I need to know. Obviously, it's a fake company, so I'm not going to tell it to do the research, but you can also build your own assistants here. So like if you want to tell it exactly, do some research on the person I'm meeting with, on the company, and train your agents or your assistants. so you don't have to give it as long of a prompt each time. That's definitely a best practice as well. All right, popping back to Sales Workspace. We've looked at our schedule, we've prepped for our meetings for the day. Now I like to work backwards of hopping into my tasks. So here I can see everything that I need to do that day, whether LinkedIn connections, regular tasks, calls, emails, things like that. And I can even sort by do the tasks for the people most engaged, everything upcoming, overdue, due today. And it's really cool because you can click to start all tasks, and it will actually take you directly to the first HubSpot record of the person that you need to reach out to. And then you can just click the arrow here to go to the next task, reschedule it, or complete it, which would also just take you directly to the next task. Real easy task flow. And at the top left, you can go back to your Sales Workspace. And then you can also get a view of your deals directly from here as well. Super awesome, right? We're in one tab, we're in one workspace, and we're seeing basically everything you need to be doing throughout the day as a salesperson. So by going into this deal board, I can take a look, see anything that might be stalled. I can scroll around, look to see if I have any overdue tasks, or maybe I remember someone was waiting for a quote if I forgot to have tasks on it. In reality, you should always have a task for every deal you have open or contact you're working, but of course mistakes happen, things slip through the cracks, which is why I regularly, daily review my deal board and make sure that nothing is missing. And then I typically do the same thing with my leads as well. So I'll click here into leads, and these are, again, the people that are pre-deal that I was working with, making sure nothing slips through the cracks. So you have your table view. It's really cool now. You can pop this into a board view to see what's new, attempting, connected, qualified, or disqualified all in one space, and manage just like a pipeline where you can drag and drop your leads into the correct stages. But what's also really cool is that this is, for the most part, automated. So if you have a new one assigned to you and you reach out to them, that would automatically move it into attempting. If they respond, would automatically go to connected. And then from there, typically it's on you to either say, yeah, this is qualified or disqualified. And now once I'm caught up on my day, honestly, if I haven't mixed in some prospecting time to use any sort of buyer intent tools, the prospecting agent, maybe we're using external tools like Surf, HubLead, Apollo, or ZoomInfo, anything like that, I would then take the time to do some prospecting to make sure I can fill my lead pipeline and then fill my deal pipeline to help me meet my quota. That's a day in the life of a salesperson using HubSpot's Sales Workspace. Again, down in the description is a link to our HubSpot Hacks newsletter. Remember to sign up for that if you want all the latest and greatest HubSpot tips, tricks, tutorials sent right to your inbox. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And happy HubSpotting.